Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NHL matches that is happening on Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Washington Capitals vs. Ottawa Senators. Behind Alex Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals have been one of the NHL's best teams over the past 2 decades, but with an aging core, many believe that the 2023-24 season is their last shot at glory, and that's if a lot of things go right. Unfortunately, the team have just 8 wins in their last 30 games, as well as being 0-6 in their past 6 games played away from home, and in 2 games this season, they've managed just 2 goals in their shootout win over the Calgary Flames, so unless they can begin clicking like the Capitals of the past that we've seen, this is a season that could go very, very wrong for them. In recent times, the Capitals would typically be considered strong contenders, even when playing away from home. However, given the Capitals' recent offensive struggles, scoring only 2 goals in 2 games, and the Senators' recent positive momentum at home, it is understandable that the Senators enter this matchup as the clear favorites. In their last 51 head-to-head encounters, the favorite has emerged victorious 38 times, with the Senators holding various advantages, aside from their top star. With these factors in play, the Senators are poised to secure a potentially season-defining victory early in their campaign, bringing their season record to an impressive 3-1-0. Our team pick is Ottawa. On the other hand are the Ottawa Senators, who are looking to finally capitalize on the young core they've been building in recent years, and after a solid 2-game stretch at home with back-to-back 5-2 victories over Philadelphia and Tampa Bay, it appears things could finally be happening for them. In the Senators' last 4 games played at home, they've got a 4-0 record with a 2-0 mark thus far in 2023, and with solid goaltending, 3 GAA in 3 games this season, and solid offensive play from all of their lines, 13 goals in 3 games, and with their recent win over Tampa Bay giving them confidence, this is their opportunity to make a statement in the Atlantic Division. While the Capitals' offensive struggles have been noted coming into this one, they've played just one good offensive team this year, giving up 4 goals to the Penguins, with the over now at 13-5 in their past 18 games, as well as being 6-1 in their past 7 games away from home. For the Senators, the over sits at 13-2-2 in their past 17 games played at home, as well as being 18-8-2 in their past 28 overall games, and with neither possessing elite goaltending, this one should be another high-scoring affair for 2 teams with very different expectations in 2023-24. Keep it simple, take the over. Next we have Pittsburgh Penguins vs. Detroit Red Wings. The Pittsburgh Penguins had a disappointing end to last season, missing out on the playoffs on the last few days of the regular season, ending the year just a point behind the eventual Eastern Conference champion Panthers. They finished the season with a 40-21-11 record, just the second time in Sidney Crosby's career that saw him miss the playoffs. In the offseason, new GM Kyle Dubas signed Lars Eller, Noel Acciari, Matt Nieto, and Ryan Graves, but the biggest splash was a 3-way trade bringing in reigning Norris Trophy winner Erik Karlsson to Pittsburgh from San Jose. They're 2-1 on the season, coming off a big 5-2 win against the Flames at home on Saturday night. They were outshot 36-29 but outplayed Calgary by an expected goal rate of 4.32 to 2.51. The Penguins had a mid-tier offense last season, scoring an average of 3.15 goals per game, ranking 15th in the NHL. They did a fantastic job generating offensive chances, the 4th most expected goals per 60 minutes, 3.61, and the 2nd most high-danger shots in the league. The Pens' power play capitalized on 21.7% of their chances last year. Pittsburgh was led in scoring by the ageless Sidney Crosby, who had 93 points with 33 goals and 60 assists. Defensively, Pittsburgh gave up the 14th most goals per game, an average of 3.18 goals per game. They gave up the 14th most expected goals per 60 minutes, 3.22, and the 15th fewest high-danger shots. The Penguins killed off 79.1% of their penalties. Tristan Jarry, with a new contract, is projected to start in goal. Last season Jarry was 24-13-7 with a 2.90 GAA, a .909 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. I anticipate the Penguins emerging victorious on the road against Detroit tonight, primarily due to their superior offensive capabilities. In the previous season, the Penguins ranked 15th in the NHL for goals scored. They excelled in creating offensive opportunities, boasting the fourth highest expected goals per 60 minutes, 3.61, and the second highest number of high-danger shots in the league. In contrast, the Red Wings struggled offensively, ranking 9th from the bottom in goals scored. They produced the sixth lowest expected goals per 60 minutes, 2.75, and the sixth fewest high-danger shots in the NHL. My prediction is for the Penguins to secure a road victory in this matchup. The Detroit Red Wings struggled last season, missing the playoffs with a 35-37-10 record. They showed some good signs for the future at some points last season, though, with a young core to build on and drive success from. I expect a good amount of improvement from them this season and see them as a team competing for a wild card spot in the East. They're 2-1 to start the season and won their last 2 games in a row, coming off a 4-0 shutout win in Columbus on Monday night. The Red Wings struggled on both ends of the ice last season. Offensively, they averaged 2.85 goals per game, the 9th fewest in the NHL. They generated the 6th fewest expected goals per 60 minutes, 2.75, and the 6th fewest high-danger shots in the league. Detroit's power play scored on 21.1% of their opportunities. Captain Dylan Larkin led them in scoring last season. Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust each have scored 3 goals to lead Pittsburgh, while Jake Gensel is the leader in assists with 5 and tied for the lead in points with Yevgeny Malkin at 6. Riley Smith and Malkin are second in goals scored with 2 each. In goal, Tristan Jarry is 1-1-0 with a goals against average of 1.53 and save percentage of .944. Pittsburgh is scoring an average of 3.67 goals per game and allowing an average of 2.00 goals per game. The Detroit Red Wings look for their 3rd consecutive victory on Wednesday when hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. Detroit is 2-1-0 with 4 points and tied for first in the Atlantic Division with 3 others. Detroit defeated the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-0 on Monday night, with James Reimer posting a shutout in his first start with the Red Wings. Alex DeBrincat is the leading goal scorer for Detroit with 3 and is the points leader with 5, while JT Compher is the leader in assists with 3 and is second in points with 4. Detroit is scoring an average of 4.33 goals per game and allowing an average of 2.67 goals per game. In goal, Ville Husso is 1-1-0 with a goals against average of 3.57 and save percentage of .863. Detroit allowed the 11th most goals in the NHL, an average of 3.31 goals per game. They gave up the 14th fewest expected goals per 60 minutes, 2.97, and the 13th fewest high-danger shots. The Red Wings killed off their penalties at a 78.3% rate. Ville Husso, who had a down year last year but has the potential to be a fantastic goaltender and showed that in St. Louis the year prior, is confirmed in goal tonight. I like the over in this game, with 2 offenses that I think could score enough to get this matchup over the 6.5 total. Last season the Penguins scored the 15th most goals in the league, generating the 4th most expected goals and the 2nd most high-danger shots in the league. Through their first 3 games of the season, they've averaged 3.67 goals per game. The Red Wings look to have improved quite a bit offensively, scoring at least 3 goals in each of their first 3 games of the season, averaging 4.33 goals per game in that small sample size. Take the over here and expect plenty of scoring.
Thank you for tuning into this video. Kindly consider subscribing to our channel and activating notifications to stay updated on all our future content. For exclusive access to our premium picks, feel free to explore our Patreon page. The link to our Patreon page is available in both the video description and the comments section below. Your support is greatly appreciated.